Oh, it's Dave again. First I want to say that I started smoking when 7 out of 9 doctors recommended the taste of Players. Do you remember those ads? Or Alpine menthols for that fresh mountain flavor. Oh, yeah. Whatever. We do one thing though, as smokers. We pay our damn share. Most of this money is taxes, and we pay our share for research. Apparently, that's what they tell us. The money goes for research for cancer and such. And another thing is, if nobody ever smoked, there'd still be lung cancer. They'd still have to have a cure. But where would they get the money from? And smoking doesn't bother me. Anyways, cancer would still exist. Lung cancer. You know, they even the natives remember back when they lived in teepees and things, the smoke from the fires. I mean, back then they didn't report what it was. I mean, cancer was found out later. And other illnesses from smoke. But I mean, it came from firewood. You know, it's in the atmosphere. I like these old ladies and that hate smokers, but they'll jump in their Cadillac truck, and men do, and they'll drive down the street, heading to the airport, get on a plane and spew that crap into the atmosphere, turn up their furnaces, you know. They go after everybody when, you know, whatever, society does that crap. And definitely smoking does hurt, but so does a lot of things. We've all had accidents at work. Work does kill. Plus, I'll die sooner. Won't suffer as long. Be nice to leave my kids something, but none of them smoke. I was after them about that, and it paid off so far. You know, and one smokestack in a factory will pollute the air, cause more damage in 1 hour than my lifetime of smoking ever did. You know, it's insane. It's insane. It falls along the lines of the logic, you have a car with a space saver tire. You're driving down the highway, you got your family in the car and the trunk's full of luggage, you have a flat. Where do you put the tire that came off? It doesn't fit in the space saver hole. You know, the logic, I just love it all. And I saw a document, oh, this is many years ago, it's been on once. The Canadian government got together with, I think it was Imperial Tobacco Company and maybe a few others, out east somewhere, on the east coast somewhere, Nova Scotia or PEI or something, and they put a lab out there, and they showed it on the documentary, to make tobacco stronger. This is 1967, I believe. Do some research. I've tried to find it. I haven't looked that hard. I mean, there's so many other things on my plate, but the Canadian government were taxing. They were making a lot of money off tobacco. So they still are. And every time somebody quits, they raise the price. And I'm not independently wealthy. Anyways, enough of that. But I remember I had back in the late 90s, I fell across a magazine at a garage sale. And in that box full, and I found an article in there about monkey experiments with implants. Now somebody stole it. We were at one of our meetings and somebody walked off with it, and I think I knew who took it, but it doesn't matter. It's years ago. And what it was dealt with was implants, electrical current, small voltage, small amperage, everything, you know, just little dose, impulses to block pain and things like that, and to control, I suppose. But they were electrical wires, so much along the line, I suppose, of a pacemaker, you know. and they were put in your spine, and the monkeys, and then put in the brains. But they had problems with them. They'd freeze sometimes. They had to freeze your brain because what happened was these little implants would corrode. Isn't that nice? Piece of metal rotting inside your brain. So they abandoned it in 1972 in the United States. That's what I remember about it. Plus they showed the monkeys, and they were all gibbled and buggered up. And so, rightly so, they couldn't control it properly, and so they stopped, apparently. But they carried it on in Saskatchewan. Dr. Kumar. And he was sanctioned by WCB. Go ahead and do that. Well, I met some of those guys in Regina at our legislature. You know, Ralph Nader was there and everything. We were all standing up fighting back for injured workers, and none of the nurses would show up and things like that. They were told to stay away from it. But anyways, I said that for people who sort of remember that, you know. Anyways, I met some of these guys. They were screwed. Oh, I never seen anything like it. The one guy I talked to, he said he was much worse. The implant buggered up, and they had to give him $7,000 worth of medicine a month to keep him alive because it rotted in his, and they had to give him this stuff to keep it cold, just in that spot, or to ensure he wouldn't die from it. But it buggered. He could hardly walk. He could hardly talk. Yeah, they gave Mr. Kumar, I won't call him a doctor, but he got Saskatchewan's Award of the Year or something, Man of the Year. I met some of his victims. They had success stories with some people. Sure. But it only takes one, doesn't it? And I met a few. They were not on the success list. One was in a hospital bed, where apparently he was supposed to stay. And everybody's trying to keep that quiet, but there was enough of us there, and enough people came out to let us know what was going on. So you can see why they want to keep all this stuff quiet. The truth never comes out. There's one guy over there, they say it worked really well for him. Sure, there's a guy laying in a hospital bed over there that would otherwise at least be up. Well, I was told at one time they wanted to do that to me, and my doctor said no. Well, he knew about it. I'd rather live with the pain than, I mean, life is hard enough as it is in this province, in this country, without being a vegetable. Anyway, that's about all for today. I didn't get shot today. I got my GST. Wow. Have a good one.